One of my New Year's resolutions is to get better at posting, so hi. Okay, I just recorded a video last night, so we'll upload that today. Well, we'll upload it a week from whenever this last time I posted. Anyway, I've got like a thrift list of just items that I want and that I've been going through, and I'm finally back at my favorite thrift store that I've been to since I've been in Colorado. Got the club on. Oh, and I've got my headphones too, so like, let's go. I'm gonna take you guys thrifting with me. Here are all the things that I didn't get that were cool. First, this really old pepper shaker was just fun, but I don't need it. I found this really cool gold vintage looking antique handheld mirror with like these gold flowers, and then there was this little kid dresser that had these flowers painted on it. It was super small, didn't need it, but you know. And lastly was this $35 gold quilt. I will show you when we get back to my apartment. My total was $37.49. And I did good. I did good. Okay, I got this lamp. I checked it with the light bulb. I thought I put the light bulb in my thing, and I guess I just forgot. So this was the most expensive thing that I bought. It was $16.99, and I just love it. It is green. It has like, let me turn on flash. This has like gold sparkles. You can tell this once had gold sparkles, but like it's nowhere near like this. So I might end up doing that at some point, just so it has the same sheen, but this is still so sparkly. It's just so cute. I think if I do that, like I'll paint this so it looks like bronze or something. And like you can tell somebody just spray painted it, because like this has like gold sparkles. But like I'm okay with that, and it works, I swear. I can't believe I forgot the light bulb. Anyway, time for the rest of my haul. Okay, I got most of the sticker off on that. Not perfect. Don't care. Next, I got some fluffy earmuffs. They're like, I like how big they are, because I got green ones like this for like maybe $150, and they're just not fluffy at all, so they kind of suck. I think I'm gonna figure out how to like make them and like make it a fluffier version somehow, but that didn't happen. So for now I have these, which are so cute. I want to put them on so bad. I think that they'll fit. Okay, we're just going to. I'm happy. I feel like I look a little bit silly, but that's okay. They're warm. Next, this is random. I've been needing a spatula. 99 cents. Now I have a spatula. This, okay. I've been trying. When I go to work, I always feel like I look like shit. And I just would like to do little things to make myself look nicer. And I realized that like, who would have thought curling my bangs and actually styling them works and is nice? So I got this. I tested it. It definitely gets hot. I put it on the hottest thing. I don't know, maybe that's the issue. Maybe it doesn't stop heating up. But one, I don't have that much hair, so like it's not like it's gonna take me that long. Two, especially because I'll mainly just be doing my bangs, that's not a big deal. Also, I love the tiny thing, you know? I really like how small it is. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, plus $3.99. Are you kidding? Okay, last two things. I got a sheet yesterday. I'm kind of PO'd. No, I got it 2 days ago. It's just a cream, and like I don't love it, but I was like, I need a sheet. Well, of course now I find a sheet that I like a lot more. It's green. I've been looking for like a comforter or a duvet. I did find this really cool one, which I'll include right now. So it was super cool. It was gold and stuff. Or like had gold stuff. It was $35, and it's not exactly the style I'm going for, so wasn't worth it. But it was cool. And there was a couple other ones that were like maybe, but a big thing with thrifting that like, and just buying things for my apartment, if it's not a necessity, like my spatula, like I need that, you know? It's pretty much a necessity. I have to love it to buy it. you know? And like it has to be worth the price. The only thing that doesn't really fit that is this couch. But I have plans for this couch, okay? I have plans. Okay, last thing, I've been really needing a pillow. I don't know if it's gross to get a pillow from a thrift store. I'm gonna throw it in the washing machine. I don't care. Or in my closet. We're doing my chore of the week. I do a little chore every day. But my big chore, the thing that I always end up putting away, wanting to avoid, that's my chore of the week, you know? So like, it's been unpacking, which I did do. Like, I finally cleaned my living room, which is a small thing, but this is the chore that I've been avoiding. I put all of my clothes that did not have a home just in spots on the floor, because I finally got like a really long one of these, which is awesome because I can like organize things better. Eventually I'll get like bins or something so it's not just thrown in, but that's not a big deal. And I've got this small one which I've been putting sweaters on. I just want it to be for like pants, and then right now I also have like accessories and random items that need a home as well. But yeah, we'll finally organize this. Let's get started. I finished. I hung everything up. Okay, we're going to cut my hair. This may not be my brightest idea because I'm not going to be doing my makeup. So like, who knows the next time that I will like it, you know? But that's just the life I like to live. I like to live on the edge. Also, I'm now realizing that's probably so echoey in here. I don't know if that'll help, but I think this will be fun. I also really need to redo my hair and my roots. Like, they are incredibly grown out, but that is not a today thing. I don't even think I need to cut my hair. I think that this is the look. Okay. So we're just gonna put it at an angle and chop. Okay. Cool. And then we're just gonna, I guess this isn't really cutting my hair. This is just kind of, okay, while I'm doing this, I was thinking it'd be fun if we talked about, I've just been friends with pretty much terrible people my entire life. Cause like for the longest time, I just didn't realize that like they suck and you don't have to be friends with them. And I think people would kind of try and explain it to me, but like I was just so hopeful that these people would become better people that like I guess nobody had the heart to be like, no, they suck. Just cut them out of your life. Like I think we need to teach 4th graders and like younger how to cut people out of their life. Cause like it's the best. I'm also now realizing this probably wasn't even. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Oh boy. Well, that's something. Do you guys see that? I feel like this will definitely fix the front heavy issue. But like, it's not even at all. Luckily, that's not really like a worry of mine. So I was friends from 1st grade till like 7th grade maybe. I was friends with these 2 girls who were the biggest bitches in the world, and I know that they aren't still. They were sisters, they were twins. And one of them recently posted about like, you think that the Holocaust was bad? Wait till you hear about abortion. So like, she's fucked up, right? Like, this is the type of people. But like, we met 1st grade, like that's not how she was. But one time, her and her sister, which I would be friends with both of them, and like one of them would cut me off, and then like the other one would be my best friend, and then like it'd be this thing, and they would like come up with evil plots to like try and hurt my feelings. Like one time, we would like trade doll clothes and like stuff, which always became an issue, but it was so fun. So one time I get on the bus and they're like, my dad says that we hate you and that you suck and you have to give us back all of our stuff. And I literally was just like, okay. And they're like, wait, that's it? And I'm like, yeah, if your dad said, like, what else am I gonna do? And they're like, oh my god, we made that up to hurt your feelings. They used to have baby kittens because, like, their outside cats would, like, give birth, and they would play with them in such violent ways that it would literally kill them. And so then when my cat had babies, they wanted one because, like, obviously my mom's like, we're not having 6 kittens. And my mom, I remember, she was shitting downstairs and I was banging on the door sobbing, like, you can't give them one. They used to spin the kitties until they die. Literally. And they would be aware of this and they would tell me and they thought it was funny. Like, they're like, it's sad, but, like, they're not really our cat, so. And I'm like, so. And one day I was sick and when I came back, the bus driver was like, they told me that you've been writing on the walls and that you've been swearing and, like, screaming at little kids, and, like, if this continues to be an issue, like, you'll be kicked off. Like, this was a multiple thing of them trying to kick me off the bus. And, like, I had been gone the day before and I was like, to be fair, I was probably yelling at little kids and screaming and swearing, but, like, we all were. It's called being cool. I was in, like, 3rd grade. It's not like I was being mean. I was being mean probably in a funny way, you know? Yeah. Also, I was best friends with this girl from before preschool to 7th grade. We weren't, by the time it was like 5th grade, we weren't really best friends because what would happen is she would become best friends with somebody else for like a phase, like maybe like up to 6 months at the most, you know? And then she'd like get bored of them and come back to me. And, like, I thought that was okay. Nobody would ever, like, when I'd be like, I can't hang out with blah because she's hanging out with Allie right now. Allie's my friend. We're still friends. So I can say her name. And, like, nobody once told me when I was a kid that's like, your best friend seems to ditch you a lot. Like, it was 5th grade. I was at a baseball game for, like, one of the last days of school. And I was having to hang out by myself all day because she was hanging out with somebody else, but, like, she said that we could all hang out. And so then eventually I found them because they, like, disappeared. And then they're like, actually, we're gonna go get snacks, like, the second I came. And I sat by her mother for the rest of the day. And then later, like, as a 5th grader, I'm really proud of myself for doing this, but I'm like, hey, like, I'd love to hang out. I feel like we're growing apart. Like, I really want to still be friends. Like, I probably apologized, you know? But, like, just the fact that I said anything, good for me. Also, this was I think this was $13 at Target. Look, I can clean out my broom with it. How fantastic. Anyway, so after I, like, poured my heart out to her about, like, feeling like she didn't care about me and, like, being really sad and wanting to hang out more, she told me, we used to be next door neighbors. I now lived 4 minutes away, maybe. And she told me that we couldn't be best friends anymore because I didn't live close enough to her. And she lived closer to Allie, even though Allie lived like 8 minutes away. So first of all, that's a lie. But then she told me, so there's this one girl, fucking the most selfish person I've ever met. And, like, this girl was so much of, like, a self-absorbed bitch that, like, when I was friends with her, I remember I told her she was bossy, and, like, she went sobbing to her mother, being like, she said that I was bossy, and she was like, you should be thankful that Ella's still your friend. You are bossy. You're really rude and mean to your friends, and you are lucky to have a friend like Ella. So. But also, like, I can't judge too much. Like, in elementary school, I was a bitch. But, like, I was 10, so I've forgiven myself. Anyway. But, yeah, so then she told me that the girl, like, the bossy girl who was, like, really mean and, like, was also always a part of drama, she was like, you guys seem to be getting along. She's your new best friend now. And I was like, You can't tell me who my new best friend is. Why do I have to be best friends with her? And then I was for a year because I was like, well, this is my new best friend. So. Also, last thing, in 7th grade, I was like, why aren't we friends anymore? Like, what happened? And like, by the time in 7th grade, she was like doing drugs, having sex. And she was like, you're too childish. And for a long time, like, I'd really tried to hide my goofy side. Like, I don't know. I think for a very long time, I was like, I can't act too childish. But it's fun now, because with my best friends, I do whatever I want, whenever I want. Thank you. Okay, so I locked my keys in my car. I knew this would happen. Also, like, I called one locksmith just to see, because they always say they'll give you an estimate. And then he was like, well, I would need to see the inside of your car to see what would work. And I'm like, well, I just lost my car keys. And, like, he just used, like, the little airbag pump and was able to get in just fine. He's like, yeah, I'd have to see it. And I'm like, well, how much would it, like, possibly cost? He's like, I'd have to see it. And I'm like, okay, well, then no thanks. You know? I was like, I would like an estimate before I agree to pay. And then he was like, well, it could cost, he said $29. The minimum is $80 and the highest it would be is $150. And I'm like, let me just see, no thanks. And like, I was being really polite about it, or trying to, but just being like, yeah, I'm just not going to do that. Thank you though. And like, it was really weird. It was so annoying. He just kept trying to be like, well, he was like, how much are you willing to pay? And I was like, not more than $50. He's like, I could try and get you a discount, but like, I'd have to see your car first. And I'm like, I was like, so you'd see my car and like, you'd get in and then we'd know how much it costs based on the technique you used. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, no. I got this wire from the Jiffy Pop and now I'm trying to cut the wire. Oh, okay, cool. So now my plan is I'm gonna try and shimmy this down and I'm gonna use one of these to like try and pry my window open. First thing I tried was this cat toy, and I think it would have been really funny if somebody like tried to call the cops on me and arrest me and the police came and I'm like, dude, this is my car. I'm using a cat toy to try and get in right now. You're being a bit extreme. Anyway, we're gonna talk about something positive. We're going to talk about something positive, and that positive thing is chai tea with a little bit of honey. And by a little bit, I mean probably more than necessary, but it brings me joy. It's right in here. You're doing such a good job.